Good evening. I want to welcome you to another teaching series. So, this teaching series happens every Saturday by 7 p.m. I want to officially welcome you to the School of Identity, where we teach on topics that bothers parents about the betterness of their children, understanding their children, identifying their inner potential and the things that would make them have a successful future. So I want to welcome you officially to the School of Identity. Welcome, 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 and I want to thank you all for joining in. So today we are going to be looking and talking about looking into and talking about a very interesting topic. Last week Saturday we dealt with this, we started with it, but we're going to continue the topic today. And last week we talked about understanding multiple intelligences, which is getting to identify or getting to know that there are different ways and there are different intelligences that are found in every human, every child. That because a child is not smart in a certain subject, or because a child is not doing well in a certain subject, doesn't mean that the child is dull, or doesn't mean that because they have bad grades, then they are not smart. No child is dull. No child was born a dullard. Every child is different and smart in their own way. So thank you so much for joining in. We will, while I try to share my screen, let me introduce myself. So my name is Sarah Erime Isikwe, and I am the principal consultant at Risa Education Consulting. And we are people that are looking towards we are a people who are interested in the future of every child. We are interested in the future. We believe that every child has an inner potential. We believe that every child is smart, no child is dull, and we believe that they have a strength that can be figured out or found out and channeled into a future and a career that will be fit for them. We are a people who want to see that every child can discover their strengths and design their future, whereby we have an idea and we know that this is how this child is. So by series of test analysis, series of getting to know who this child is, exposure to different skills, different activities, in that way we can now get to understand who this child is and why does this child do like this, why does this child have a flair for this. With all of this put together, we can now know a career that is fit for them. So welcome to the future path. Welcome. So today we are actually going to continue understanding multiple intelligences. We touched this last week, and just a brief recap from last week. We got to know that understanding multiple intelligences is knowing that every child is different, and there are different intelligences that is found in a human, a child, a learner. And we looked into the logical intelligences, we looked into the visual intelligences, we looked into a lot of intelligence. We touched 4. So there are actually 8 intelligences, but we just touched 4. And we looked at the body, the kinesthetic intelligence. So we said that the logical mathematical intelligence are learners who are very good with numbers. They're very good with mathematics, they're very good with anything you can think about that's doing numbers, calculation. Those ones are very good critical thinkers. They are good enough when it comes to mathematics. We talked about the visual spatial intelligence. These ones, they are so good with their eyes. They love to see. So such an intelligence is found in children who you don't need to explain so much. Just show them something. They can process things with just looking at it. So looking at it makes them understand better, and that is actually their way of or rather is a type of intelligence in that child. We also talked about the bodily kinesthetic intelligence, which is this kind of intelligence are found in children who loves to move about, who loves to do things, who loves to get things done. So because a child doesn't sit well, sit at a place in class, that doesn't mean that the child is not good enough, or the child is not intelligent. Yes. So we looked at understanding that intelligences is beyond the four walls of the classroom, is beyond grades. Intelligence cannot define, or rather grades cannot define intelligence. So those are the things that we looked at last week. So today we're actually looking into identifying your learner's strongest intelligence. So we got to understand that okay. Sorry, those on YouTube, I don't know if you can actually see me. I don't know what's happening to my screen right now. Okay, so let's just move right into it. Please just let me know if you can see me on YouTube. Just drop a comment, please, in the comment section. I don't know why it's blank on my end, so please just let me know if you can see me on YouTube and hear me also. All right, so let's just move on. Let's continue. Chidera, please help me confirm my YouTube if you can actually see me and hear me on YouTube, please. I don't know what the issue is from my end. Alright, I actually see that people are joining in, so let's just move forward. So today we're actually going to talk about identifying your learner's strongest intelligence. So like I said, intelligences are beyond the four walls of academics. You can't say that because a child is not doing well in mathematics, or a child is not doing well in English, the child is not smart, or the child is not good, or the child is not intelligent. So grades do not define a child's intelligence. Grades do not define a child's intelligence. So moving on, we don't know what's happening right now. Okay. I think I should just end this live stream. I don't know. Chidera, please can you give me a feedback if you can see me on YouTube? What's happening? Please, if you can see me on YouTube, please can you drop a comment in the comment section that you can see me. It's actually blank on my end and I don't know if you can see me.